Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I've got an interesting topic today. All right. It's the continuation of the sex problems and solutions, part 3 now. Okay. We're going to talk about sex and communication. This time, we're going to talk about bad sex communication, examples of bad sex communications. Okay. Which means we say things we really should not say, right, to our partners. And we've got to be aware that everyone's got, a sensitive, fragile ego, men especially, right? So we women have to be very careful. And guys, you've got to be careful too, all right? You just cannot say whatever you want to say. No one should really say whatever they want to say, whatever comes to their mind when it comes to sexual issues. You've got to sort of think about the person you're, dealing with. And you've got to understand their personality type. Remember, we talked about that last time. Are they sanguine? Are they choleric? Are they melancholic? Are they phlegmatic? Go and, research that. It's really good. A great questionnaire to ask your partners to fill out so you can understand who you're dealing with, right? And you fill it out too. But depending on who you're dealing with, you've got to learn how to communicate with them, right? Especially when it comes to sex. So I have 10 different sexual examples of bad sex communication, and we're going to try and deal with them one by one. So here we go. Very common. Oh my gosh, your penis, vagina is so either big, small, right? Tiny, large, different, loose. So I'm talking about both men and women. We cannot say that. I know we do. We shouldn't. There has to be a way to communicate with your partner so that you are not destroying their ego, their self-confidence. So here I have a different way of saying it. So here we go. You're going to start with an endearing term, darling, pumpkin pie, sweetheart, honey bun, babe. You're going to start with that, okay? Then you go into, I am so in love with you, and I want to make you very happy. But I am, then you can say worried, concerned, okay? Scared. You can even say scared. Or you can say, I really, really feel that you are, then you can say too big, too loose, too small. And you're going to do it with the endearing and the I love you, I'll make you happy. And then you can now gently land with the issue. Okay? So remember, the place, the time is crucial, right? The smile, the softness, right? The gentleness is very important. So we want to be able to say what we want to say without hurting someone's feelings. Okay, now I know we do this sometimes. I'm guilty. And I want you to understand that it is okay to do it if you are with someone that doesn't mind, but it's very, very rare to find that. And I think a lot of people say they don't mind when they do, so be careful with that too. My suggestion again is start with the endearing term, say that how much you want to make them happy, how much you want to please them. And remember, it's not about you. It really is about pleasing them. So always remember that if you're going to say something to them, put some nice, compliments in there for them to get that comfortable feeling with you. And then you can go on and then land, but again, gently. It does take practice, trust me, but you can do it. And I'm going to say it again. You start with, I'm so in love with you. I want to make you happy, babe, my love. But I have this issue that, you're just a little bit too big for me, and I'm concerned and I'm worried that I might, get hurt. And so just bear with me as I'm trying to work with this, okay? Now, the opposite with the small size is a little bit more difficult, but again, depending on who you're dealing with, you really want to be very straightforward. If the person that you're with is not someone that you want to see ever again, be very straight and just call it what it is and just say, hey, deuces, bye. But if it's someone you want to be with, be gentle and just, point out that there are other ways of satisfying yourself with your partner, right? Toys, number one. And then you can actually continue the relationship without that, resentment that he might feel or she might feel by what you said about the anatomy of the genital areas, right? So again, be very careful and be very delicate. I don't think it's fair because there are all sorts of different sizes, shapes, colors, and if you are focusing on that, you're going to affect the relationship forever. So just know that if it's a deal breaker, all right, call it as it is and let the person know. But if it's not, work with it. And I really do think there are other things that are important, not just the anatomy of the, genital area, but I think the the character of the person. Do they love you? Do they care for you? Are they, trustworthy? Do they have your back? Is that a give and take relationship? Remember, we can go on and on, but remember, sex is important for those that, want a lot of good sex. But, even if you don't want a lot of good sex, you want to have good sex with someone that loves you the way you are, right? Now, can you improve that area? Yes, you can. That's another discussion. But in the meantime, just know that you want to be gentle when you're talking to them about that issue, okay? Number two, what's that smell? All right, so we all know about smells. Smells are natural if they're not too strong, not too potent, and they're not from infection, right? So if it's from an infection, you're going to get a bad smell. And I don't know whether you guys know what that smell is, but sometimes there is no smell, right? Sometimes it's hidden, so you got to be careful with that. Condom all the time, if you can, all the time. But smells, there have to be some smells, right? Natural smells, pheromones, right? The natural body, the sweat of a man, of a woman, it's natural, but you don't want to be overpowering. So you cannot say, what's that smell, right? Because you want to say it if you're with someone that you love in a gentle way. For example, you can say, hey, if it's, the body smell, let's have a shower together, right? Or, I think we should shower more often, like maybe once a day or before sex, right? So very important. A lot of people do shower before sex, and I do encourage that. Douching, vagina, no. Douching, please, no douching, right? They used to douche back in the days, no more. We do not douche. And that's because you're taking away the good bacteria and you're destroying and interrupting the environment in the vagina. And because of that, fungus, yeast can grow much more easily because you don't have the good bacteria fighting for you. So please, no douching. I hope everyone knows that. I believe everyone knows that right now. No douching, okay? But get checked out. Make sure you go to your physician, your primary care doctor, get checked for STDs, especially because they can also be there causing that smell. Men and women, you guys, you used to have a discharge. Now you don't have a discharge. Now you don't see anything. You're actually seeing nothing, and you might have an STD, okay? These bugs have gotten very smart. They hide, and you have no idea that they're there. But if you have a weird smell, go and get checked. Women, run and get checked because I want you to make sure those tubes are open in order for you to have, a baby for fertility reasons. Get checked. Guys too, get checked. And it's always better to get checked than not get checked. You suspect anything, go get checked. Crazy smell, go and get checked immediately, okay? All right. I actually have the opposite. Oh, by the way, use condoms. Don't forget, use condoms. I also actually have an opposite complaint sometimes that women have no smell, and men too. I get that complaint from women too, that you have no smell. Okay, now I personally think a little bit of a nice smell is, and when I say nice, I don't mean blueberry, strawberry, perfume smells. No, I don't like all that sprays. It's just too artificial. It is not natural. It's not healthy for your body to be sprayed down and covered up with artificial creams and perfumes and colognes. I don't like it. It's too powerful. What you want to do is be natural and have something light and refreshing, which means good quality perfume is great, but not too much. A dab here, a dab there, right? Right? In the areas where there's a little bit of a pulse, that's where they say you should put the perfume. But it's really more of deciding with your partner how much of a smell they like or don't like, right? Again, I know the younger generation and the metro man and some women are very particular and put powder, no powder anymore, guys. Remember, no more powder for men and women because it blocks your pores, right? And we know what's happening with the lawsuit with some of these companies that produced powder back in the days, right? So you need to understand no powders, right? Just natural. And I love my emu oil. I know I talked about it before. My emu oil is very, very beautiful. So if you want to learn more about that, just call my office, okay? But again, natural is most, to me, safe. It's more safe to be natural, and it actually is. It will allow your natural body smells to come out, which again are pheromones. You want to get them out there. You want them to, be attracted by it. But then again, you don't want that bad smell. But to get a smell in the vagina, which some women will ask me for, I recommend 2 things or 3 things. 1, fish. 2, fruits. 3, meat. Okay, so people that don't eat meat don't get a lot of a smell because the meat have a lot of bacteria and stuff and break down in a particular way that makes a lot of bacteria that do populate the body. So you'll get a smell, underarm smell. You'll get the hair follicles getting a lot of a smell. So please understand, you do not have to stop the meat because some people don't have this problem, but some people do, depending on how their body breaks down the meat. But it's important to be aware that certain foods that you eat and drink, alcohol, stuff like that, will come into your body and smell. So be careful, bad. But if you want to smell that your partner is complaining that you don't have, I'd go with the fish first, okay? Guys sometimes too say that they don't have a smell, right? So again, it's the food. It's very rare for guys, but it's your food. So just watch what you're eating and play around, see what you can, choose and see whether you can get that smell eventually. But it is okay, but be careful. Also check for diseases. Make sure you're not having any medical issue. Get that physical, okay? All right. Number 3. Did you just come? All right. Now that's a question that you get all the time, right? Meaning premature ejaculation, it was too early for the guy or for the girl, and the guy is just not able to, keep it paced with your partner, and with the woman, if it's a guy, and with the woman, she comes too fast because she's easily arousable, she has multiple orgasms, and you're asking that question. But no, don't ask it like that. Instead, you want to say, darling, again, that endearment, that term of endearment, I wanted this to last longer. Can we do that next time? Right? You want to say it in a way that you want to spend more time with them and you want to share that experience with them. So again, don't get angry. Just say, count to 10 and then say, next time, can we spend a little bit more time, maybe with foreplay? Now, if they can't get that time by either talking to themselves or little tricks that they might have learned, then you want to get to a specialist like myself or someone that you can find from your primary care doctor. Make sure your primary care doctor refers you, that can help you treat premature ejaculation. Premature ejaculation is very, very common. And with women, it's not as common for them to have multiple orgasms, but there are women that do. And just know that you don't want to fake it, right? Please don't fake it, right? Now, if you're having that early orgasm, that early ejaculation, you can get help by using some creams and some tablets to slow down your ejaculation so you're not so premature. All right, so just remember that, guys. Ladies, it depends on how fast you're doing it. If it's too fast, come to me, I can slow it down. Come to doctors like me, we can slow it down. But remember that if it's hormonal, we'll try and fix that, okay? All right. Opposite of that is, are you ever going to come? That is number 4. Right? You go on and on and on, and there's no insight orgasm coming, right? Now, I'm going to be the first to say that you don't have to have that orgasm every single time, okay? Because I think, especially when you're getting to know someone, it can be a challenge. But again, I don't want you to fake it, because if it goes on and on and on, you're going to be tending, you're going to want to fake it. Men and women fake it. Men fake their orgasm, and women fake their orgasm. Men tell me they fake it because of several reasons. Number 1, they're tired. Number 2, there's a smell. Number 3, they're bored. Number 4, she said something that upset him. I've heard that over and over again, And they will fake that orgasm and you'll have no idea, ladies. So be aware. But, we do it too. So we always do it and we present it because the guy gets to know how to satisfy you, right? He never knows what to do. So no faking of orgasms, but you definitely want to say this instead, right? Are you close? Right? It's going on and on and on and on. You say, babe, are you close? Are you getting there? And then you say the most important statement here. What can I do to help you reach that orgasm? Now, that is crucial for me, right? Now, I've had people tell them what to do, and the guys or the girls, they don't do what they're asking them to do. So that's not fair, right? So please ask and say, babe, what can I do to make you come sooner? Make you reach that orgasm, make you reach that climax earlier, right? Same thing with the guys. If they're going on and on, there's something going on. Now, again, testosterone levels for both. Everyone's going to get those testosterone levels checked because I bet you that's part of the problem in most of the cases. And it's an easy fix. Now, when I say easy fix, depending on, of course, the method I choose, but the most lovely result would be if you're able to learn techniques with either your fingers, with toys, or using external sources like sounds. Again, pornography, people do use that, and I'm okay with it as long as it's not over, it's not too much, it's not in excess. But you definitely want to have that discussion where you can see what turns someone on. And remember, there are so many things that will turn you on, and sometimes they won't tell you. So you want to sort of like tease it out of them. And the only way you get it out of them is if they're comfortable with you, and you actually are able to, get them to relax and spill the beans. Because not everybody, but a lot of women do know, and a lot of men do know what they need to turn them on. And when they're forthright, it is so cool because then you have the idea of what to do and you go for it, right? So remember, if you're going to try and learn for someone to reach that orgasm, you got to be patient and find that G spot, guys, and find that P spot, gals. I love the P spot for guys, and I love the G spot for girls. And again, you've got to learn to locate it. And once you find those spots, you'll find that it's going to be easier and get those hormone levels checked too. Okay. Number 5, can't you move your body? Right? Some people just lay straight there on the bed like a plank, like a piece of wood. Absolutely not allowed, right? But don't say it like that, right? So instead, you're going to say, honey, can you move with me in the bedroom like this? And then you show your partner how you want them to move, right? Just like different positions in the bedroom. You show your partner what you want to do. But it's not easy if the person is in pain, if the person's uncomfortable, they have some arthritis, they have something going on that makes them not move. So got to be careful with that too. Can you take something for it before you go have sex? Yes, you can, but be careful it doesn't turn off your sexual desire. Either way, if you're in too much pain, you're not going to want to have sex. But the reality is movement is key. And the more flexible you are, the more you can move. So exercise is going to help you do that. So get those exercises going, right? Stretching and learning how to move on the floor. I love pole dancing classes for women that want to learn how to move, right? There are very sexy moves on the floor that you can learn to do in the bedroom also, okay? So when your partner is saying, can you move? And guys, you need to move too. You can't just stay in one position, right? You've got to get up, learn different positions that women might like, and be experimental, right, in the bedroom, both of y'all, right? So just know, instead, just say, can you move? And then you show your partner how to move. Number 6, I'm the best lover you've ever had, right? That's corny, right? So you should not say that. The question is more put, do I please you, right? Do you enjoy what I do to you? That's the way the statement or the communication should start. Do I do things that make you happy? Do I do things that make you arouse you or make you aroused, right? Let's use that for now. Because if you are not doing things, the heart rate won't go up, the sweating, the breathing, the moaning won't go up if you're not doing anything that's making them aroused. So try and do your best to get those responses. And again, you're gonna know, right? But if you're not getting those responses, you got to step up the game and learn how to do that. Now, when you are bragging and you're saying, I'm the best lover that you've had, that's a no-no, right? Are you a narcissist, right? No, you don't want to do that. You were going to give us the impression that you've got some things going on that you shouldn't be, that you should be getting treated. But generally, you want to care about your partner, and so you want to find out whether you are doing things to please your partner. So never say, I'm the best person you've ever had or best sexual partner you've ever had, right? Let them tell you that, okay? All right, number 7. You're ugly. Now, I'm telling you, people say that. I know people have said that, men and women, okay? And I know that that is something that can easily come out, okay? But don't say it. That's a no. And there is no nice way to say that. Just never say you're ugly, okay? That's very simple and straight. Never say it. Number 8. Number 8, I have snoring. I hate your snoring. Okay, so snoring is something that people do and don't even realize that they're doing it. Instead, say, I am worried about your snoring. Let's get it checked out, right? So we all know that, after making love, you want to sleep, that snoring will keep you awake, right? But snoring can be an indication of some obstructive sleep apnea, which is where the airways close and you're not getting oxygen to the heart. So you got to get that checked out. Reverse that, get oxygen to the heart, because that was going to help your weight, it's going to help your sexual function, it's going to help your energy, it's going to help your longevity, okay? So try your best and get that sorted out. And you can do it at home now, right? They put the little things on your head and you can do it at home. You don't have to do it in a sleep lab. You can actually get tested at home. Talk to your doctor about that, okay? Number 9, your breath stinks, right? Now, sometimes that happens, right? You got to go to the dentist, get that checked out, but you don't have to say it like that. Instead, you can say, hey, babe, honey, let's go brush our teeth together, right? Again, before sex. Even if you brush your teeth in the morning, before sex, get those teeth brushed so that you know that you have a nice, fresh breath. But say it nicely, not in a mean way, okay? Number 10, that's the most difficult one. You're so fat or you're so skinny, right? Either way, it's a no-no. You don't say it. Instead, let's say, I love you and find you very sexy. I want to help you reach this weight that you like, right? So whatever the weight is, if you want them a little bit heavier, let them know. You want them a little bit lighter, let them know. Men, women, both. I'm talking about both of you saying this to your partners. And you sort of tell them, hey, that tummy's got to come down a little bit, babe. How can I help you do that, right? Or let's go and exercise. Let's do some morning crunches and stuff for the stomach. So you really want to use endearing tones. You want to be nice. You want to smile. You want to be kind so that you don't hurt their ego and you don't destroy the chances of having great sex in the future, right? All right. Enough from me today. I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.